So I rewatched Overlord, and I'm not gonna lie, my original review might still even be on this channel, honestly. But a revision of this movie, still a good movie, still very watchable, still action packed. I mean, a lot of the cinematography and the shots, the special effects, especially, and the practical effects, like the makeup before even the healing properties, all that stuff, just like the straight gruesomeness of the makeup. 10/10, beautiful. They did their job. The sound design, beautiful. It, especially it taking place during the war. You know, the way the gunshots, the ricochets, the bombs, all that stuff like that. Fire. But caveat to all that, on a second watch, you start to realize that him. Now, if you rewatch this, especially after Welcome to Derry, you'll recognize him instantly. And if you know the Russells, you'll recognize him. Or if you've seen Monarch, anything like that, you'll recognize him. And it's a lot of other faces in there that you'll easily recognize, like no problem. But that's here nor there. Point is, you'll notice that his character definitely was. It seemed like he was written as the conscience of the watcher. Problem with that, when you're doing a horror movie blended with a war movie, certain decisions have to make sense. Now, this is all spoilers, but I also am going to make it short because I do want people to watch it and or rewatch it. But so you have a scene where they have a Nazi, in the attic, whatever like that, and they about to move. They tell one soldier, go up there, go get him. Now, in reality, if you're in a high stress situation like that and you have limited people, you're still, especially a situation like that they're in, you're not going to send just one soldier by himself to go up there and get somebody. You're going to send two so they can watch each other six and make sure nothing happens. That's one issue. Then you got things like him where situations has happened and he's basically willing to destroy the whole operation to fix one thing. Something is happening to the girl in a certain moment, and she's basically doing what she can to keep them protected. And while that's happening, what does he do? He goes gun-ho, Superman, I'm going to help her out. Ends up getting somebody killed. And yeah, so things like that, it kind of messes up. Once you follow it and you watch it for a second time, you're kind of like, nobody would actually make that decision except in a horror movie. Because horror movies, you're meant to have characters make dumb decisions. You think logically, I'm not going to walk into a dark room saying, hello, who's there? That's just not something I'll do in real life. But in a horror movie, it makes sense for them to walk into an abandoned building and be like, hey, Jerry, where'd you go, Jerry? That makes sense. But regardless, movie still a good watch. Still like a 7 out of 10. Always fun. Shot beautifully. If you want to check it out, check it out. I think it's free on Prime. And yeah, y'all let me know below. Have you seen it? If not, watch it and then let me know.